Something that surprised me during the course of my study is that there are so many gamers out there. As you can see, over 5 million people play video games over 45 hours a week. The group is massive. And it wasn't surprising to me that this many people played video games. What was surprising that I hadn't realized it before. It was as if I put a selective filter on my brain, and what I wasn't interested in, I didn't see. I didn't see that there are more gamers out there than non-gamers, and I was ignoring a huge group. I've known a lot of gamers in my life, but not until February 26, 2014, after spending several weeks monitoring the Reddit site reddit.com/r/gaming, did I realize that this was an actual community, a community that meets all the qualifications of what a community is. The Reddit gaming community of over 4 million participants has a set of 10 defined rules. These rules are regulated and enforced by modifiers who will make sure that the community continues to make posts related to gaming and not out of self-interest. The rule that surprised me and impressed me the most was rule number 10, that posts and comments, whether in jest or with malice, that consist of racist, sexist, or homophobic content will be removed regardless of popularity and relevance. Popularity is an issue on the Reddit community because as posts get more votes, they become higher up on the feed. So the posts that are the most popular are the ones that people are going to see the most. And that's how the community regulates what's seen and not seen. Another feature of a community that the gaming community follows is that they have their own discourse and their own way of thinking and doing and their own roles that they fill. Are gamers different than the normal person? Do they have their own language? Do they have their own way of communicating? In my experience, I found that to be the case, that gamers have their own lingo, and there are sites devoted to gamer lingo. Here are some words that you can see in the gaming community that don't exist in the outside world. Words like noob and camper are seen as negative insults to someone, and words such as pawn, which I've never seen before and hope that's the pronunciation, means to own or win. The gaming community is not bound by physical identifiers such as race or gender or socioeconomic status. As long as someone can afford a game or internet, they can participate in the community. The gaming community is a diverse and international group. The 6 people above, what they have in common is that they are all gamers. There's contention within the gaming community about what defines a true gamer. It is considered those that play games like Farmville and other Facebook games and games on the Wii are considered casual gamers, whereas those that play more serious hardcore games are considered hardcore gamers. Hardcore gamers are marked by their pride, their aggression, and their perpetuation of masculine values. And then we have a group of gamers that call themselves true gamers, who use gaming as a hobby. They attend conventions, they play games socially, they have discussions, they have political and social commentary on games, and they appreciate games for games themselves. A few weeks into my exploration of the gaming community, I discovered that all along I had been harboring an unconscious bias against gamers. I believed that gamers were solitary figures who preferred the escape of the gaming world to the actual reality, one that included social interaction. But in fact, most gamers admit that they enjoy gaming because of the social interaction, that they get to do this with their friends, that they connect to their friends through Xbox Live, that they connect to strangers throughout the world. And in fact, gaming has proved to be a rich resource for critical thinking, strategy planning, and a creative outlet. Paul says that he uses Minecraft to develop his skills as a city planner and to be able to create worlds that he could never do because he doesn't have the resources or the time. Imagine all the possibilities that gaming could bring to the future of education, to the future of creativity. Gamers are not only men. Women represent around half of the gaming community, but it's still a man's world, and most games are made by men, for men. Female gamers are staying strong and making their voice heard. Elsa from Destructor.com says, "I hate that, for guys, professional gaming is based entirely on their skills, but for girls, professional gaming is based on a combination of skills and looks." What if we took the issues like feminism in games and used them to talk about the sicknesses that exist within our own society? In many ways, the gaming world is a reflection of society itself. We have an opportunity here to dive in and talk about these issues that exist within the gaming community, that exist within our own community, within our own society, and we might find ways to orient ourselves, to deal with difference, to talk about people, to talk about living a full and complete life. And then it occurred to me that the gaming experience is not so different from the reading experience. When reading, I'm looking for a new experience, for a new perspective, for an escape from the reality I do live in. And then I take that meaning that I made during that reading experience and read the world around me. Video games have elaborate storylines, plot twists, trials, and tribulations. I saw again and again on the forums that gamers will use the experience from games to talk about their lives, to talk about the society we live in. This is much what we want during the reading experience, and maybe what we've been trying to achieve in books can be achieved better for some students in games.